That was one of the things that people are very confused about, the difference between the PSI readings and then why do we need to have a separate PM2.5 reading, and what should they be more worried about? Should they be more worried about the 3-hour PSI reading, the 24-hour PSI reading, or the PM2.5 reading?
The pollutant standard index includes 5 criteria pollutants: ozone, PM10, NOx, sulfur dioxide, and I'm missing one.
Carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide. The standard index doesn't include fine aerosols. Fine aerosols are PM2.5 particles with a diameter below 2.5 micrometer. These criteria pollutants were selected by United States in the late 70s, early 80s. At that time, we didn't know about PM2.5. We didn't know too much scientific evidence about them, and we didn't have the instrumentation to monitor fine aerosols. Now, after 40 years, we have the instrumentation. We know that the really bad guys, the really bad pollutants are the fine aerosols, are the PM2.5. That's the reason why many environmental agencies around the world report both their indexes, their pollution indexes, and PM2.5. But it's very important to highlight that in Singapore, the pollutant standard index doesn't include PM2.5, but our authorities recognize that PM2.5 are also important. That's the reason why they are reporting both PM2.5, the standard index.
Unfortunately, when you have smoke events like this, most of these particles are very small particles, and that's why the PM2.5 is a very important indicator of the concentration of these small particles. At the source of emission, for example, these particles can be very, very small, and people can be greatly affected by these kind of very tiny particles. When they get transported over the ocean to Singapore or to other regions in Southeast Asia, these particles tend to grow, to coagulate, to agglomerate, and to grow by absorbing water. So therefore, when they arrive here, they might be slightly bigger than the source of emission. It doesn't make them any less dangerous, but since they grow or they age a little bit when they come to Singapore or to the other regions in Asia, it makes them a little bit less of a danger than the source of emission. So I would say the people in Sumatra and those regions are really, really affected by this. And that's, I don't know, the respective governments what they are doing about it.